Welcome back, everybody. My name is Heizgames, and this is part 14 of Mass Effect. The last time we were here, we had gotten to the point where we had gone back on the Normandy, and we had accidentally, basically, rescued Liara, so... Now we're gonna go talk to the crew, basically. When everything's going again.
Yes, Commander?
Nope.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
So nothing there. You guys, nothing. I don't think I need to talk to Joker, but... I guess I could talk to him again, but... I don't think there's anything I need to talk to him about, but...
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
You sure you want that?
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Ship status.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet.
Okay, I don't really want to go through this. I'm just gonna skip
The
this.
Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Viewpoint. Heck yeah, Super Codex. I'll take it. PXP. Whatever, I'll take it. Nothing there. It's a galaxy map. I'm gonna go downstairs. Talk to Ashley, Garrus, you know all of them first. And hopefully it won't take as long as it did last time. Can I open this? Yes, I can. Because last time it took me, oh crap, it took me like 40 minutes to talk to them. So hopefully it doesn't take this long this time. Kaiden's down here, so I guess I could talk to him real quickly. And Liara, I think it's probably up here too. He just looks at me weird. Okay.
Anything you need, Commander?
Like my personal stuff.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
You alright?
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
I haven't heard anything about kinetics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
I'm sure they meant well.
I'm sure kinetics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did they ever bust the guy?
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
Let's do... let's just go.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Okay, so if I'm right... Okay, nothing there. Let's check on... Probably nothing in here, but we might as well check. Nope. Nope. Taking it? Whatever. Hello. Yeah, oh, well, I already had all my manual, I guess. Dr. James?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Nope.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Hello, Commander. Goodbye, Commander. That's basically all they say. Hello, Liara. Oh, is she out or is she just on the computer? Yes, she's just on the computer. Let's talk to her then. Oh, load?
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I was worried.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
She's
You're in
good
good
at that.
hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
Don't mention it.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
I know.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Let's ask her about Benezia here.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful, and now she is gone.
I'm sorry, but
Are you going to be okay?
unfortunately we killed her.
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
Yeah, what's that supposed? Sorry, Kolja.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like rumors?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
That's disgusting. Now I'm just gonna say that's possible.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
Well, the other parent.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Where's your father?
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
You can do that. You don't know who.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people.
How's that an
It is possible
insult?
Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
You don't know that.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Okay.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yep. See ya. Kinda wanted to ask her about herself, but oh well. You know, got a crush on Ashley, so might as well ask Ashley about that kind of stuff. Nope. Time to go down the other stairs and talk to Garrus. Maybe, what's it? Dang, I keep forgetting every single time. And then Garrus and Ashley and whatever his name is. I don't know his name for sure, so I'll figure it out, whatever. Rex. That's what it is, okay. Okay, cool. Let's do Rex or Garrus. We'll do Garrus first, what the heck.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
Anything
I'll bet you
specific?
have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
Disturbing?
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Is this common?
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic.
I would
But
think
this
so.
case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
What'd you
So how did
find?
you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
A lot of money, jeez.
Somebody's making a killing out there.
What about the doctor?
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Interviewing.
You mean threaten? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
That's sick.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off.
That's
Most of the
disgusting.
victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
Getting
I
rid of
hope he
him.
got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
What?
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
So just let him
But you
go?
went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them
Good
those
point.
hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
I see.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A tough
I
choice.
suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Commander.
Yeah, grossness. Woo! Now I'm starting to understand why this game is rated mature.
What do you want, Shepard?
No, it's a personal inquiry.
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
So why'd you leave?
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What
Really?
happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
So what about you then?
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
About to run.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
And you went anyway?
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Your father?
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest.
I can't blame you for doing that.
That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard?
No.
I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
Really?
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
Armor?
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine.
Okay.
Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people.
That
He's
stinks.
got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
I could look for it.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
Okay, cool.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Sweet. It's amazing that I can look at him. Guess I could clip her. Yes. No, no. No thanks. No. No. Let's find the one that's like better. Omni tool, nothing. Bionic amp, nothing. Armor, nothing. Okay. Well. That one like beats and everything, so I guess you'll wear that thing even though it looks terrible on you. I don't think anything changed for anyone else, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Sorry.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Tell me about your
Your
family.
family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad
Yep.
on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
You raised your sisters?
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
So your dad was gone a
Sounds
lot?
like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
And Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
No, I'm not doing board now, and not. What's this? Read poetry?
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
That's a good piece.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
For the afterlife?
From wherever we go after death.
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
I do too, and of course not. My place to judge, oh you fanatic, keep it to yourself, I do. I don't know. I kinda believe in God too, you know. But, sure, whatever.
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something?
That's a good question.
I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
How are we doing?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I don't know. I kind of believe her, but oh god. I don't know.
Not everyone's as close to their family as you are.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny, I never really thought about that before. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
I don't know.
What's your opinion on the
This is
last
the same
mission?
thing.
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking.
Not everyone's as
Yeah. Too bad those ruins got destroyed.
Okay.
I mean, they lasted
Sweet.
thousands
See ya.
of years. That's impressive.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Is that my new nickname, Skipper? Whatever. Anyway, I guess that didn't actually take as long as last time, though. So, about 25 minutes instead of that. So that means that... No.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Oh, you sound down.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
It's too quiet to sleep. I like the sounds. I like the sound.
I find it rather peaceful. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
You're homesick?
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture.
Cool.
You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You're going back?
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
That's a good point. Okay, we already talked about that stuff, so.
See you later.
If Engineer Adams has put I have anything, but I guess
Something I can do for you, Commander.
nope.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
There's nothing there, so we'll go back upstairs. Shoot. Hello there, Garrus. Back upstairs, and we'll go maybe do some. I don't know. Go through the planets again. Probably won't do anything major since we're already almost at 30 minutes. So I don't want to cut it here. It's a little bit short. So I'm gonna try to do something longer, but maybe a side mission to give me to like 40. I don't know. We'll see.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Command room. So is that where I'm supposed to go now? Can't do that.
Commander, something you need?
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
Where's the... If I remember, where the heck is that room? It's up here on the main level. I guess it's downstairs on the second floor, but I have no idea. Down here somewhere, maybe, no. It's not there. Loading. It's the medic room, right? So there's nothing there. Let me check and make sure in my journal. Let's go. Nope. He said he's sending it to the command room, but I don't know where the heck that is. That's the problem. If I knew where it was, I'd really be happy, but I don't. It's probably something really obvious. Look at the map. Maybe that'll help me. Storage medical captain's office. Okay, so it's not any of these rooms. To go upstairs and see if it's up there. It must be. That'd be my guess. I'm trying to talk to them. Maybe actually, because I may cut it off actually if you have to speak to the command. Map. Oh shoot. Okay, so it's right behind the control information center. Oh, what's this? Command terminal.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
Okay,
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
Infiltration?
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
Sounds serious.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
Thanks for the
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Okay. So is that another one then? Check our journal. Clues. Okay, so let's see what we're doing. Okay. I don't know. I know this is kind of short, but I think I'm gonna cut it here. I know all I've been doing is conversations, and I apologize. So hopefully next video will be a little bit longer. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. All for subscribing, liking. I really appreciate when you guys do that. Motivation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next part of the Mass Effect. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.